Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of one Kamigawa Neon Dynasty draft. First pick, we've got a rare here, Inventive Iteration. Return up to one creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. So it's a 4-mana bounce. And you get an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Otherwise you draw. And it comes back as the 3/3 flyer that whenever you cast a spell, your opponents can't cast spells with the same mana value as that spell until your next turn. I don't know how often that's going to come up in Limited. I'm sure it comes up. But 3 pretty good effects. Bounce, get something back or draw, and then you get a pretty good evasive creature. Otherwise, we have Thirst for Knowledge, which is some good card advantage. And it's instant speed. But I like having a variety of effects at my disposal. That seems good. And then we've got Life of Toshiro Umezawa, which is a good card. Kill spell, buff, gain life, comes back as a kind of relevant creature. All right, follow-up pick. Well, in blue, we have Reality Heist, which, if I have a ton of artifacts, could be good. I don't love this card, but I mean, getting 2 artifacts, top 7, I feel like you can miss on this, and it's got a lot going. Got a lot of setup that it needs. I might just take Kami's Flare, which looks like pretty excellent removal. It's cheap. Otherwise, we have Tempered in Solitude, which I haven't played with yet, but you get card advantage out of it, which is good. Jukai Naturalist, good enchantment lord. Armguard Familiar, on color with our first pick, and as an artifact. But I'd rather have removal. And Geothermal Kami, which can bounce enchantments rather and gain you life. Network Terminal, which I think is an interesting card. Haven't played with it yet. Played against it. Terrarium, Tales of Master, somebody. All right, follow-up pick now. Well, we've got the Moonsnare Specialist in blue. We have Puzzle Maker here. Rare is Ryu, Storm's Edge, so this is a pretty awesome card too. I haven't really played the Samurai or Warrior deck yet either. Additional combat phase is pretty ridiculous. You only get 1 creature. Oh, that's not true. You attack, then get the additional combat phase, and then you could attack with everybody. Huh. I mean, it's also a 4-mana 3/3 first strike, which is pretty good. Maybe I'll just take it and try it, see if it works out. Problem is we're kind of abandoning our first pick if we do that. Specialist is good. Especially since it can just go off if you ninjutsu it. It's a tough one. I might just take this, though. I'm kind of interested in it. We'll see if it pans out. I gave up a pretty good pick for that. And there's another one in here. So now we could take Simian Sling, which is a pretty good card. Otherwise, another Moonsnare Specialist. And then in white, there's Mothrider Patrol, which is a flyer that can tap. I do kind of like that. What do I like the most? Well, we have Kami's Flare. So maybe I take the Simian Sling. Or I just take the Specialist, but then I kind of am going back on the Ryu Storm's Edge, so there's not really a piece here that ties it all together. Could take Simian Sling, I guess. I think it's a pretty good card, too. I'm going to take the Sling, I think. Goes with Kami's Flare and Ryu, and potentially Inventive Iteration if Ryu doesn't work out. So maybe it's a good pick. This pack feels a little bit devoid of goodies. Could take Repel the Vile. This is a playable card. Iron Apprentice otherwise is an artifact. It's a 1-drop. Searchlight Companion gives you some flyers. Apprentice is okay. You can slap some equipment on it and then it does something. We could take a Samurai for Ryu. I might just take Apprentice because it's colorless and I'm still in that process of sorting out what colors I am. So And you can never really have enough 1-drops, right? Well, the Ganjo Exemplar probably wants to be in the same deck as Ryu. Bronze Cudgels is actually an interesting card if you have some evasion for it. Nothing in red that I want, I don't think. Phantom Enlightenment's cool. Scrying in white, and then... yeah. But I could see taking the Exemplar if we're maybe still trying to hold out hope and make this Ryu deck a thing. Alright, let's take the Exemplar. I think this card's fine too. It at least attacks as a 3-power creature. Well, we could take another one. Get all the samurais we can get, huh? And there's Simian Sling number 2, which is also very good. But maybe we go for the Samurai Warrior build, see if we can put it together. There's a green Samurai. I feel pretty good about taking Explosive Entry and main decking it. And I like the +1/+1 counter more than... and this only hits mana value 3 or less. This hits more. So... I've gotten beat up by Walking Skyscraper a couple times now. Well, Warriors and Samurais are good. They're what we want here. This one makes things cheaper. This gets bigger with artifacts. Both are pretty good. We have 2 artifacts currently. I might prefer the Menace, I think, and it's a little bit cheaper, and maybe, who knows? You know, making spells cheaper. Not bad. Plus, we kind of want this Samurai Warrior upside ability, so why don't we try it out here? So we're going to be mono attack deck. All right. I'm comfortable with that. We already have, you know, 5 samurais. Not bad. Well, this definitely seems like a ancestral katana deck to me, so we'll take it. Well, Moth Rider Patrol certainly fits in here. It's also a warrior, so evasive and can randomly tap things sometimes. I imagine the tap ability is pretty useful in a deck like this because you're only attacking with 1 creature anyway. So if you have the excess mana and you're not attacking with this one, could do something for you. Yeah, I guess, you know, Aki Ronin actually looks a lot better now. So we're doing it. Ended up getting a ton of samurai and warriors. I guess Iron Apprentice is definitely looking like the odd man out now, but that's okay. I doubt we're going to play Ambitious Assault. For some reason I want to say Amphibious Assault, but maybe I'll call this draft Amphibious Result. All right. Mectician Core, 2 mana, 2/4, exile it. Oh yeah, and 4 other artifact creatures and/or vehicles you control. It's so hard to get going. What do we want instead? Well, I can take another katana. Could take the Unstoppable Ogre. It's a warrior. Could take the Repel Leviathan and maybe get some more removal because our creature count's getting up there. We already have 9. Our removal is currently an Explosive Entry and a Kami's Flare. So I could actually use this Repel Leviathan. Plus, I can make it cheaper with Peerless Samurai. It deals with quite a few things. I do like the Ogre too. 4/1, nothing to scoff at. Maybe we'll get it back though. I'm just going to take the removal. Yes, I understand it doesn't deal with everything, but it probably deals with enough things where I feel okay about it. Not the most exciting first pick, but this pack is not insane. I mean, Gravelighter was probably the best pick in that pack, so... ooh, Tozy, huh? Well, more stuff we can't use. I mean, this isn't even a warrior or a samurai. Behold the Unspeakable is quite good in blue. Could take the Hover Bike. This is actually kind of a useful card. Otherwise, Spellbreakers at least, or Steelbreaker is actually a warrior. And I guess we have a couple artifacts, not that much. But, playable card. I want to go for some warrior value here. I suppose it makes sense. Hover Bike is pretty good though because it can tap things down. Yeah, maybe I like the Hover Bike more just because it comes in and taps. That could be pretty valuable. Especially since we're trying to be a aggro build here. Well, here's our pack. Look at all those samurai. So probably taking the selfless one. Reinforced is cool. And I like that you can like cash it out. Sunblade's got vigilance. That's very good with all your +1/+1 counter abilities too. But let's take the selfless samurai. This certainly makes the most sense with that attack ability. Lifelink is going to be pretty excellent, and it can protect something too. It's very good. All right, Smelter. Well, whoever smelt it dealt it. And I don't know if this is what we're looking for here. Do I even have an aura to find? I don't think that we do. No. Lucky Offering. I mean, it's main deckable. It's just not that exciting. Twisted Embrace is clearly the best card in here. Master's Rebuke is very good too. I guess we could take the Smelter. It's a 2-mana 2/2. Not really what I'm looking for, but I guess it works with artifacts, sort of. Ooh, Heiko. Yeah, there you go. Another Exemplar in here. Wait, do we even... I guess... I mean, we don't have that much we can bring back with it, but we have 4. It's probably enough. I mean, you can already get some pretty valuable stuff with it. Like Hover Bike. If that were to go to your graveyard for some reason, I guess you could. I guess it does have some random synergy with Smelter too. You sack an artifact and then, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Another Exemplar certainly wouldn't hurt, but I want to try this out. And since we have actual things I can bring back, I think it makes sense. I guess it makes Iron Apprentice a little more playable too. Ooh, this is another samurai too, and it comes in and makes things bigger. That's pretty good. Another explosive entry for more artifact blow up stuff. This is 4 mana, but I think it's okay. Otherwise, we could take another Apprentice. And like I said, Apprentice in this deck is actually kind of good with Smelter and Heiko. Do we have any other? I thought I had some other sack outlet, but maybe not. Let's just take the cheap thing, I think. They might make the deck. They might. All right, we'll take the Ogre now. Ooh, actually, we want probably a Subduer, yeah. Subduer makes sense. Patrol's good, too. But we already have one. I want to diversify, try out the Subduer. And, I mean, all the Samurai Warrior synergies are going to be pretty excellent here. I guess we'll take another Patrol. It is a flyer. Gets all the synergies. Because it's a warrior. Iron Hoof Boar in here. Which is kind of like a combat trick too. That's true. And it justifies our mana a little bit better. Maybe I'll take the Boar since it's a combat trick. And a combat trick and a win con is pretty good. Alright. Ogre now. What are we at? 15 creatures already? Wow. Well, Ogre's pretty slick. Because it blocks well. Gets by a blocker. Otherwise, we could take another Katana. I mean, it's okay. Maybe we try out the multi-Katana deck because it only costs 1 to equip. And it's another artifact for random synergies like Steelbreaker or something, which is also a warrior. That will work well with our Iron Apprentices. Instant speed, sack, make it bigger, put a counter on something. Could be good, possibly. Synthesizer also technically makes sense in this deck. So does Oath, I suppose, getting the Samurai. But this also makes it Samurai. All right, let's do this one. We've got the pieces here, I think. I really don't think, even though we have a billion Samurai, I don't think we need to do that one. Although, Gift of Wrath, not likely to happen. You only get a red spirit creature, too. Well, another explosive entry. Never hurt nobody. All right, pack 3. Well, we already have a deck. Jeez, Jin Kataxis. Yeah, I remember getting slammed up against that one. Sheesh. Card is nasty. Could take the intervention. It's more removal. It's not exactly the kind of removal I like in a deck like this. I prefer to be a little bit more proactive with my removal. I like it to just kill something and then I can attack. But it might actually make more sense to take the Subduer, another one, just because we can attack and like multi-tap things. Although we could probably get it back too. I'm going to take the Subduer. Hopefully get like Windscarred Frag back. I mean, if you have multiple of these out, it does seem good. I guess we take Farewell. It's not, to be honest, it's not really what I want, but especially since I have a mix of artifact and enchantment creatures, but who knows? Otherwise, you know, if there was like a red removal spell, I might take it over it. It's not really what a deck like this wants to do either, but there's times where it wins the game. Certainly. So why not? All right, Intercessor's Arrest, on the other hand, is the proactive removal I was talking about. So we'll take that over Ronin, which I would also want, and Mothrider Patrol. But this deals with things on your terms. They don't have to be attacking or blocking. Just take care of it. It's out of the way. Done. Well, I like that we're in a position where we have to figure out cuts. Main issue with this deck I'm already seeing is we don't have anything broken. But we'd have Ryu. We at least have a good... We have our uncolor rare. That's good. Guess we'll take another Ironhoof Boar because, like I said, it's a combat trick and probably want a good mix of tricks. And if we don't have all the removal, then we want a good amount of tricks. And Ironhoof Boar, I think, counts as that. And I probably need to find a way to justify 17 lands as well. Could take another Peerless Samurai, or I could take the Intervention now. We already have enough creatures. I guess I'll take Intervention, just because we have enough creatures, so... Well, this is just a pilot. It is a good beatdown card, but it doesn't get the value we want. I mean, Sunblade Samurai is not exactly what we need either, is it? But I kind of want to stick... It definitely makes sense to stick to our Samurai Warrior theme, I think. And it, I guess, is something we can play with our 17 lands that we're most likely rocking. Gives us some top-end late-game play. Maybe I am off the Iron Apprentice because we have enough early game and I want to stick to... Basically, Iron Apprentice are in here because I can sack them to Steelbreaker and get them back with Heiko. It's probably not worth it. But, who knows? You never know. Oh, we can get Ironhoof Boar back with it, too. That is actually pretty good. All right, another intervention. I guess. I mean, it kills blockers, too, so it's not like it does nothing. It's just... I don't know. Well, that's cool. Yeah, this one's... Well, I was going to say even better for us, but that's not true. We have way more artifacts and enchantments. Either way, they both can make the deck. Both can be in here. We got enough room for both of yous. I'm surprised I have 10 artifacts in here. Well, Synthesizer looks a lot better since it makes a Samurai And we can bring it back. And then the exemplars we can get back with Norica. Another boar. No, at this point we just take the crag, get the fixing. Be happy about it because we already have to make a bunch of cuts. So that's a good spot to be. We could take another Ronin or we can take the Ogre. I mean, Ronin can help mitigate flood. Ogre can get by a blocker. I'm going to take the Samurai. I think having two of those is actually fine. I could take the Synthesizer, more stuff to bring back, or we could take another Moth Rider Patrol. I'm going to take the Synthesizer, I think. I don't know if it's right, but it's something to get into my graveyard so I can bring it back. Who knows if we'll actually have room for it. I've been meaning to I kind of want to try it out. It's something to dump your mana into as well. So, not a bad deck, an interesting one. We got the two Samurai uncommon thingers, plus we have Ryu, so we got some pretty good looking Samurais here. This is the first Samurai build I've had in the deck, in the format as well. We've got 21 creatures, so let's get off the Apprentice plan. I don't think we need it. I'm still going to do 17 lands, and I think that's totally justifiable as long as we can take advantage of 17 lands, so have some use for it. I think we'll get off the Smelter. Interesting card, but probably not what I need either. We have even more creatures than that because I think... I guess you don't really need to count Synthesizer as a creature. Probably don't need to do the explosive entries. But Hoverbike is kind of a creature. Probably won't need to repel the Vial, I'm thinking. I mean, we got to choose our removal here. Farewell, I guess you just do it because sometimes, like I said, it just wins the game. Plus, you get to make choices, so... These are valuable things. Could get off the Steelbreaker. Ironhoof Boar is like a combat trick in here. That's why I think it's good and why Haiko looks better. Samurai, I guess, can go, but it can find planes. I don't know how important that is. I mean, really, it comes down to we really gotta pick some creatures that shouldn't be in this deck. 2 Ronins is probably more than we need. I'm kind of okay with the Peerless Samurai in here if we're gonna like playing attacking on turn 4. I guess we wouldn't be able to get into Boar on turn 4. 5 would be the earliest, and it's got haste, so you don't get that quite the explosive impact. Could cut the Steelbreaker. I definitely want to keep the Subduers. Let's cut 1 explosive entry. We're probably going to end up cutting more. I think I'm going to cut the Steelbreaker. I like that you can get it back with Haiko, though. Because it's not likely that the Katanas go to the graveyard, but... Yeah, I'm trying to think here. Maybe I'm off the Samurai. Maybe I'm off the Steelbreaker. Samurai is something else that we can bring back with Yamazaki, though. That's true, too. I mean, if you can't bring something back, they're still pretty good. They have Vigilance and Trample. And I do kind of want to keep my removal fairly high. I still like Simian Sling in here just because we're only attacking with 1 creature anyway, so all that equipment's kind of useful. But we're going to have to cut some non-creatures too. I guess this is a non-creature technically, and it's a non-creature creature in this deck, so not bad. Repel the Vial might just get axed. Even though technically it's proactive removal, I wonder if I like it more than intervention for that reason. And these are non-creatures, but I'm running them because they're like card advantage? Is that what my plan is? Maybe I don't need the synthesizers, especially since we're kind of already a tight deck. And synthesizer's not something you want to play on turn 1. It is cool with Tycho, but... Let's say I cut the synthesizers, basically because I just have to find cuts at this point. I still want to keep Patrol because it's like our only evasive creature, and it interacts with all of our Samurai cards, so I kind of like that. I could cut one Peerless Samurai. I still can cut the Steelbreaker too. I'm kind of okay with that. Just because I have to find cuts here. So we still have a good creature count. And removal currently is 2 interventions, explosive entry, Kami's Flare, arrest, repel. So technically 16 creatures if you include the hover bike. Maybe we can cut, it's maybe entry versus repel. I feel like repel does hit more things. But entry, getting the +1/+1 counter is still very good. And who knows, maybe we can cut both, to be honest, because then we still have 2 interventions, Kami's Flare, arrest. And I guess we're probably running the farewell. Unless I want to keep entry and repel over intervention. But intervention to me, even though it's really, like I said, not exactly what this deck wants to do, does seem to hit the most amount of things, whereas entry and repel the vial are a little more specific. So maybe we cut these 2, and then I'm basically running the boars as they double as combat tricks or win cons, which is good because we're doing 17 lands. And you know me, I'm not huge on 16 land decks anymore. Maybe I should be. I mean, there's certainly some area for flood in this deck. I wonder if... I almost wonder if I like the Ronin more than the Samurai for flood mitigation. I want a little flood mitigation. I think I'm going to take the Ronin and cut probably a Samurai. There is some stuff to ramp into here, but to me, I think I'd rather just have this and be able to rummage and dig through lands if need be. All right, well, here we are. Let's give this a try. All right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Yeah, this looks like a keep. Eater of Virtue. Nice. So I wonder if it actually makes more sense. Like, we want the lifelink, but are we probably playing it? I guess if we're playing a 3-drop next turn, but then I can't protect anything. I'm going to do the Exemplar. And then next turn I'm going to do the Samurai, I think. To get the lifelink. All right, so now we'll do the Subduer. All right. So now we can do Peerless Samurai, attack with Subduer, leave up Intervention. Or we could do the Iron Hoof board too. It's pretty good. Tap there. So I can channel and gain 6. Because we're gaining 3 right now, but they're only threatening 10. So maybe just leaving up the intervention is actually the best move here. We're still kind of winning this race, so I like this. I can blow up the rabbit battery, but then they can give something haste. I think I'm still kind of okay with that, too. I think they're going to have a hard time doing that one. For their artifact creatures and or vehicles you control, so it's a little bit trickier. So Exemplar looks good here. So let's say they sack Eater Virtue plus Mectician Core. Well, sacking the Eater doesn't make sense, so they really don't have lethal yet. So that makes me feel comfortable just hitting for 4 for now. All right, so this is a spot where we can do it. We can do Heiko now. It lets you cast it from your graveyard, so we'll tap that. Remnant of the Rising Stars, pretty good. So attack with Heiko and cast Ironhoof Borer. So let me cast it as a channel? I don't think so, right? We can see. I don't think it does, though. I mean, we can find out. No. It's whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control. Okay. It's good to know. So we still want to gain some life. I mean, we can attack with the boar, but then we don't gain life. I can attack with Heiko and tap the Steelbreaker, but then I'm not going to be able to get the boar back. But I don't know if that matters. I mean, I still obviously want to lifelink a little bit more, so I guess we just attack with Heiko. And I guess we want to sandbag lands for Aki Ronin. Ah. Norica, that's a good one. So we can do Norica. Can attack with Exemplar. Tap the Steelbreaker. All right, see you for the next one. Okay, looks good to me. Samurai into Subduer, into Ronin, I guess if we need to loot. No artifacts to dig up yet with Heiko, but that's all right. No big deal. Samurai was the MVP game winner that last game. Well, kind of want to do Exemplar now. I mean, Lifelink is good, but Samurai as your first creature is a lot less exciting. Then you don't even get to capitalize on that indestructible ability. So I don't like that as much. So I guess we'll go Subduer now. It's better use of mana and makes it so they can't block, I guess. But next turn we can do these two. I guess that's good. All right, land is actually fine there. Now we can do these two, and we can rummage the land away here, so that's good. So, attack with Subduer. And Rummage. Could also attack with the Ronin. Because I don't really want to lose my Subduer. And I can tap whatever. Because I don't want to even give them the option to trade, which I think they're going to do. Ah, farewell. Well, They have more cards in hand than us. I could set up for a farewell. Well, currently I can just blow up artifacts too. Huh. Alright. Let's do Heiko then. I'm willing to put him out there. I mean, Heiko can actually attack here too, so I kind of like that. Looking at my graveyard. Oh, just for artifacts. Sure. All right. So I can blow up artifacts right now, which is pretty slick, actually. Well, I can't do it yet. Could wait a little bit longer. If I attack now, they can double block, and even with Iron Hoof Boar, I can't quite do it. So I think we'll hang out for now. I can also, you can do Boar as a way to protect Heiko, so that's not bad either. And they seem to be playing an artifact-heavy deck, so Farewell might just be able to blow up a bunch of artifacts and leave us with a crew. Like, we're already getting a couple creatures here, so that's pretty good. I don't know if I want to exile graveyards, though. I mean, currently I can't get anything back from my graveyard, and maybe they could, so it'd be okay. If I had an artifact or an enchantment there, it would be different, but... Two cards left in their hand. Okay. Fair enough. I see. Guess we'll take it. Patrol. Still awkward here. Still awkward. For a turn's not a desirable amount here, though. I mean, I can trade my Ronin for their... No, I can't even trade it for their two creatures, can I? This is awkward. I'm going to do the patrol and pass. And even though we have the farewell, like I said, currently I'm basically just in the market to blow up artifacts, so I guess this is okay. Plus, maybe if I don't draw a land, I can rummage next turn with the patrol. And then farewell and blow up artifacts. Well, now we probably just blow up whatever we got to. Let's see here. So I can Iron Hoof Boar. I think we'll just take 7. Not be thrilled about it, but accept it. So we got the 6th land. Now we can blow up artifacts, which is good. So I think we'll do that, and then... Do we even need to attack with patrol? I guess so. No reason not to. So we'll exile graveyards, because... I don't think there's any way to get stuff out of our graveyard besides... Yeah, I think this is fine. So we'll attack with patrol, no rummage. And then blow up artifacts and graveyards, I guess. And then we can rummage lands away if I really want to. Ooh, that's a good one. Ah, Wanderer's Intervention's good too. So I guess we can attack for 2 here. Could have tapped the Smelter as well, but I'm okay doing an intervention on it. We can always tap Patrol at some other point. Ah, that's a good one. All right, see you for the next one. All right, we're on the play. See, it could be a little bit dangerous, huh? But I guess we do have Farewell and some removal. Maybe buy us a little more time. I'm gonna risk it because we're on the play. So could possibly blow up enchantments currently. Ah, turn 2 ninja, nice one. Not a trade I'm thrilled about, but we probably need to buy some time for now. Currently, I can still just blow up artifacts and enchantments and deal with all the creatures we've seen on their side, which isn't bad. Well, it's pretty good. Guess we can't deal with these, so we'll probably wait one more turn and then do the Farewell. Unfortunately, this gives them some sack outlets. Can I get anything back from my graveyard? No. They might be able to, so we'll exile all creatures and graveyards here. Yeah, they're going to draw a couple cards, which makes Dockside Shift pretty good. That's pretty good too. Guess we'll dump a Simian Sling. If only it was a Boar Warrior. So we'll discard a card, and I guess it's probably the Patrol, which puts 2 creatures in our graveyard for a long reach of night. Oh, they played another one. All right. Guess we'll discard that then. Sure. So I'll attack for 5 here. So might as well play land because we're gonna have to discard it anyway. Uh-oh, did we freeze? That was weird. Oh yeah, I have to sack a creature. So I'm supposed to sandbag the land. That was my mistake. Add it to the list, guys. List of Alex Stephenson mistakes. The long, long, never-ending list of Alex Stephenson's stupid mistakes. I mean, we would have been in pretty rough shape anyway, just because of that, but I absolutely did that completely incorrectly, and it was very costly. We'll see you for the next one. All right, so good keep. Forgot we had hover bike in here. I just want to get some more damage in here. Could have gained life, but I think I value 1 extra damage more than gaining 2 life there. So we don't have a modified creature, right? I don't think that we do. So I guess that we go hover bike, tap this. We attack with just this first. And then we attack here. And I guess I can protect my Storm's Edge, but ooh, Subduer, there's a good one. So we go land, Subduer. We can attack with Ryu here. So we protect it. So they can block, and then we'll Kami flare the mech. What's it do again? Comes an artifact creature. Okay. Just cruise for 1. It's kind of nice. So we'll, I guess, just kill it. And then for second attack, might just leave Ryu back to block Golden Tail Disciple. So I wonder if I actually just want to attack. For 3 in the air. I mean, we could attack for 6 as well. If I attack for 6, they can smash back with the Golden Tail Disciple. I don't know if that actually matters. They can attack with the Disciple, but we're pretty far ahead right now. So I think this is actually okay. Like, they attack with Disciple, we have a Subduer. So they'll go back to 8. We'll go to 27. We'll be able to tap 2 things with Moth Rider Patrol plus Subduer. Plus get double attack with Ryu. I mean, that's pretty good. That makes sense. So they currently can't get any creatures back either, which is nice. And they're in a pretty tough spot here. They can crew this for 2, though, is that right? But we can tap it with the patrol, so that doesn't really matter either. So wow. That was cool. All right. See you for the next one. All right. Looks like a good hand. Farewell, our ace in the hole. Doesn't actually... Selfless Samurai can't actually protect anything there. As far as, like, because it exiles or whatever, but... Ooh, look at that. Well, I'm just gonna Kami Flare now. While they're tapped out. Makes sense to me. Alright. So I guess we'll do the Subduer first. Makes the best use of mana. Love that sound effect. So can do the Subduer. Wonder if they just block with the... Yeah. I risk getting 2 for 1 if I do it that way, huh? Maybe I'll just attack, see what happens. And maybe I'm just okay with the trade. That also makes their portrait weaker, so not the worst. Still makes good use of our mana as well. Alright. Well, this makes our farewell better eventually. Let's just do Samurai plus Simian Sling for now, though. So we got the mana for Ryu. I think it's a good time for it. So we'll do that for now. And we can also protect it with the Selfless Samurai, so that's good. All right, well, Farewell's looking better. When we eventually get there. So probably just and hopefully the intervention on portrait does something. We'll see. Oh. Well, look at that. So we'll make them sack the Samurai, that's fine. Alright, so we can attack again. Uh-oh. I probably shouldn't have done that. So I'm gonna have to exile all enchantments. I was supposed to wait there. Alright guys, add to the list. The ever-growing Alex Stephenson list. Oh, well, I'm gonna exile it so I won't be able to get it back, but that's all right. So Well, maybe I'll exile creatures now. Can always wait too. I mean, Farewell's gonna get pretty good at some point, so why don't we just pass another turn here since we're in okay shape. I'm gonna wait one more turn. I mean, I'm really not in a rush. And I guess I don't have to blow up artifacts. I can keep my Simian Sling as well, which is good. See if they get Intercessor's Arrest. So they'll do that and attack. So at this point, we're ready to blow up the world, which is fine. So we actually don't want to sack our Selfless Samurai, because then Simian Sling becomes a creature that we have to exile. So it actually makes more sense to just block here, because we're going to name creatures. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we do creatures and enchantments. And do we want to do graveyards too? No, we have things to bring back now, so we don't want to do graveyards. So we'll farewell, fare thee well. Creatures, enchantments. So blow those things up. We get our dudes back. I guess I could just tap that. Can I kill them yet? We do Exemplar, tap that for... What do you think about this? Do this. Plus this. There. Cool. See you for the next one. Okay. It's a reasonable hand. We can go Ronin into Katana, equip, and get in with a 3/4. Which isn't so bad. And I guess we can rummage a mountain away. Also not bad. Network terminal, huh? Oh, disruptor. Sure. 3 cards left, right? So we'll go land. It only costs 1 to equip, right? So we'll go Katana. And we'll attack. And pay the 1. And we'll loot away a mountain. And it's Saku, huh? That's a good one. So, I guess we'll go... I can't do the katana plus the intervention, so I suppose that means we just smash with Aki Ronin. It's already attached. So we'll get rid of this. Alright, Simian Sling's not bad either. I doubt they block. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll go land. Katana. And we'll leave up intervention, I think. They'll get a loot off of Hacker, but that's all right. I mean, it's a clear Wanderer's intervention telegraph here, but they already played around the trick, so they know we have something. Hidetsuku is a great card, though. Very strong. So, I think because they already know about it, I'm just going to kill the Hacker. Since they already know about the intervention, and I want to make good use of my mana here. And it protects us a little bit, too. And they don't get to draw from the chef off of it. I mean, there's quite a few reasons to do it there. The least of which, they get to loot if they attack, if they hit us with that, so. Well, at least I can't kill my dude with that, but unfortunately it does have Death Touch. So, yeah, I suppose we have to worry about Death Touch, don't we? Well, we could get another loot off here, I suppose. But and then they can smash us pretty good. So maybe the best is to just cost 3 to equip that. I think we'll just go land, equip. Well, I guess we'll go land or sling, and we'll reconfigure. Well, I guess best use of mana would be to equip the Ronin. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, the problem is now they're going to be able to kill my Simian Sling. All right, add it to the list. Alex Stephenson mistakes. Wow, perfect 5 on top to kill my Ronin too. Jeez, my opponent must feel really sweet. And then they have the 1 mana to kill my Sling too. So, well, I guess that's all right. We're gonna protect ourselves because we lose it anyway. God, my opponent must have felt so good about that. That must have felt so nice. Just needed 5, perfectly 5 off the top for it too. God, so jealous of how awesome my opponent must feel there. It's got to feel so sweet. All right, it was farewell off the top or bust, so we'll see you for the next one. I guess this is a keep. So we'll do the bike, and we're gonna crew it with the sling and then get in for 3, I guess. Unless we draw something, of course. No, whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright, well, nothing better to do, so... Ah, Peerless Samurai. There's a good one. So, just go land, Samurai. So Ronin would let us loot, which is kind of valuable. Or rummage, rather. So yeah, that seems fine. I guess we'll attach here. And play the Ronin. Should have attacked with the hover bike too. Wait, no, that wouldn't have made sense. Then I would have been able to gain the light. Actually, it would have been smarter to activate the hover bike and then make that indestructible. Add it to the list, guys. Add it to the list. Well, I guess killing Brute Suit prevents the most damage here, so we'll do that. No, I was supposed to kill this and then block that because I had indestructible. Jeez, I am just full of all sorts of mistakes today. I don't know if I'm like tired or what's going on. Just horrifically bad play on your old pal Alex Stephenson's front here. So, do I need to loot or do I want to get in for 5? I don't need to rummage. So I guess I can get in for 6 and then leave up intervention. I guess that's pretty good. Very, very poor play on my part this game. Just mistake and a mistake and very, very big mistakes that were very costly. So super unhappy with myself this game. And just a lot of mistakes this draft. So it happens, but very frustrating. I hate mistakes the most of anything. I mean, Magic is full of frustrating things. Everybody knows that. So many frustrating things in Magic. But when it's you, like, causing yourself to, you know, it's bad. Well, I don't think I actually... Oh, I guess I do kill them here, don't I? So, despite my best efforts to lose, I still win. That's pretty slick. Jeez, lucky there. Really lucky to top deck to victory because we were certainly dead. And I made some pretty critical errors there. So that was just Lucksack, the way to victory. We'll see for the next one. Yeah, this hand seems good. Upkeep play? That was weird. I think I forgot to turn on my afterburner program that lets me... Yeah, that's what it is. My computer's running hot. And I forgot to turn on my thing that slows down the temperature of my thing. Could just Kami Flare now, but I'll wait and see what they do here. So we'll get hit for 2. Because I could have Kami's flared that on my turn, but I wanted to see if they had like a post-combat play. I'm actually going to kill the Fang of Shigeki. Because I don't want him to have a Master's Rebuke target, so I like this more. And I've discovered that it's only MTG Arena that makes my computer run hot, which I find pretty interesting. There's no other program that does it. So I don't know what it is, but it's a problem. It's a problem. Well, we didn't have any enchantments to get back, so maybe I should just get in the good habit of pre-combating that. Can you still crew vehicles with it? No, good. I suppose it makes sense to attack. Surprised they didn't put another counter on their preserver. Jeez. Talk about lucky. Alright. This is just my super lucky day, because I am not playing tight at all, so still getting there is all luck at this point. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. This is a good hand. Go patrol into Exemplar, attack for 2 flying on turn 2. Pretty good. Get an evasive creature. Little flying fox. Tana's a good one. You can do it for warriors too, right? Cool. So next turn I can get in for even more. Ooh. Saga deck. That's cool. I dig it. I can dig it. Makes sense. Ah, timely land. I'd say that makes sense too. Oh, nice. All right. Cracking it. Did not hit the land. Ah. They can use the channel ability. I think we'll just intervention the Orochi because they can't even save it. They can get reach though next turn, huh? Wait, it's only until end of turn. So let's just kill. What does killing Orochi do? It makes it so they can't get things every turn. I don't know if this actually matters. I mean, I'm just kind of... It's not that useful, to be honest. Prevents 1 damage, but prevents them from getting that effect every turn. But it's not like they can really get that effect every turn, so... Do they get it until their next turn, too? Is that how it works? Till end of turn. Well, guess it's gone then. I guess we're playing a mono white deck. So just need to remember I can protect my patrol with Selfless Samurai. Sure thing. Not equipping it, huh? I don't know why you don't attack. Might as well. You've got blockers. You need 2 removal spells, and then you got what you need. But they can't do it now, so my opponent's like, what? We're like, what? We don't need to play anything, whatever. It should just be good games here, so yeah, so make it indestructible. All right. So somehow Lucksacked our way into 7 victories today. Pretty good. Pretty fortunate. Selfless Samurai. Wonderful card. Very good card. Let's do some pack 1, pick 1s here. Well, probably Eater Virtue because it equips for 1, which is really good. Even if it didn't have the exile ability, just 1 play, 1 equip, +2/+0 is pretty slick. And nothing else here too crazy. Dragonspark Reactor, the weird build around artifact thing. I'm interested in possibly going for that at some point. Right, Biting Palm Ninja, great rare. Other goodies near, Interventions playable. Still haven't seen Essence Capture come up, interestingly. Or Disruption Protocol. I think they're both fine, but we'll see. I've been wrong before. Many times, actually. Spirit Sister's Call. This is a weird card. So you choose a card, permanent card in your graveyard, and then you can sack a permanent, shares a card type, and you get that one back. But then if it leaves, you exile it. I think that's a strong card. It's probably worth trying. You basically trade your weakest whatever for your strongest whatevers in your graveyard. So this card unfortunately sucks. I thought it let you like find any card in your library, but it has to have the same name as the creature that you're targeting. It's really terrible rare. So probably could just take Kumano, which is pretty good. Making them Exiling things is pretty slick, and this is 1 mana. Could do the Smelter too. A weird build around. I guess it's good with like Treasure or I don't know. There's probably just, it feels like there's not quite enough things you want to sack to get a 3/1, but I'll probably take Kumano here and be pretty happy about it. Or you could take the Infiltrator for ninjutsu shenanigans. All right, back one, pick one here. I don't really like the Soul Ripper that much. Am I wrong? Should I like this card? I mean, it's cheap. Decent upside. Maybe I should take another Kumano? Nah, here we'll take the Lethal Exploit. Get the removal. Which is good removal. Ogrehead Helm is pretty awesome. It reconfigures for 3 though. Or I could take Assassin's Ink, which is really strong removal. This is a pretty good card though. It's a 2 mana 2/2 that can attach to other creatures and sometimes give you more value. Especially when you're in top deck mode, it can draw 3 cards. Yeah, that's probably good enough where you just take it. There's enough upside to that where I like it. And then finally, Surge Hacker Mech. Deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control the target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls. Well, that's cool because it enters and at least deals 2 damage to something. So that's an awesome rare. Haven't seen that one. And that would be my pick, even though it takes 4 to crew, which is a lot. But it's also a 5/5 menace, which is pretty good. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.